Welcome to my YouTube channel True Crime Stories. San Diego, sun surf and safety until the early 1990s. A shadow crept into Claremont, shattering the city's calm. Fear spread as a phantom killer targeted young women. The Claremont Killer struck without warning, leaving terror in his wake. Doors locked, neighbors whispered, and the city's innocence faded. The police were baffled, the public terrified. The killer's victims were vibrant, their lives stolen at random. Every news report deepened the anxiety. The hunt for the faceless monster would become San Diego's most desperate. It all began with Tiffany Schultz, the first victim, the first crack in paradise. To understand the city's fear, you must first know her story. Tiffany Schultz, 21, dreamed of the ocean and a future in marine biology. She was independent, hardworking, and full of life. Her apartment in Claremont Mesa was her sanctuary. Until one January day in 1990. Tiffany missed work. Friends grew worried. Her boyfriend found her murdered. The investigation focused on those closest to her, but her boyfriend was cleared. The killer left few clues, just microscopic traces. Forensic teams scoured the scene, collecting fibers and hairs. Hidden in that evidence was a silent witness, DNA. The city mourned, and the police were left with more questions than answers. Tiffany's murder was just the beginning. The killer had struck, and he would strike again. The nightmare was only starting. The city braced for what was to come. Months passed. No leads, no witnesses, just pain and fear. Then another attack. Janine Weinhold, 21, found murdered in her apartment. The crimes were eerily similar. Same method, same brutality. The police realized they faced a serial killer. Panic swept through San Diego's student communities. Women changed routines, bought new locks, and lived in fear. The task force grew. Evidence was re-examined, but the killer was careful. At both scenes, he left behind only microscopic traces. Fibers, hairs, and crucially, DNA. DNA technology was new, but it was their best hope. They had the killer's genetic fingerprint, but no match. The city waited, anxious and uncertain. The killer was still out there. The trail had gone cold. A year after Tiffany's murder, the killer struck again. Holly Tarr, 18, visiting from Michigan. The pattern was undeniable. Young women, alone, attacked in their homes. The killer's range expanded, spreading fear across San Diego County. Police released a composite sketch, but the killer remained a ghost. Attacks became more frequent, more brazen. The investigation grew. Hundreds of officers, thousands of tips, but no breakthrough. The killer left no witnesses, only devastation and DNA. He was hiding in plain sight, a normal man with a monstrous secret. The city was desperate for a name, a face. DNA was their only hope. The police needed a suspect. The community lived in fear, waiting for the next attack. The hunt intensified. The break came from a routine traffic stop. A prowler was reported. A sharp-eyed officer pulled over Cleopas Prince Jr., a Navy sailor. He seemed ordinary, but something felt off. The officer's hunch led investigators to Prince. He lived near the victims, fit the description, and a warrant was issued for his DNA. The lab results were a perfect match to the crime scenes. Prince was arrested, ending the city's nightmare. The trial was a media sensation. DNA evidence sealed his fate. Prince claimed innocence, but the jury found him guilty. He was sentenced to death, still protesting from death row. San Diego finally breathed a sigh of relief. The Claremont Killer's reign was over, but the scars on the city remain.